Where is Steve Jobs? I must find Steve Jobs.
Why do you need to find Steve Jobs?
Because I want to hug him, and love him, and thank him, and worship him, and sacrifice animals to him.
Why would you want to do that?
Because he is the great I love. Everything he creates starts with an I, in order to egregiously gratify my sense of narcissistic self-being. I love him. He is the creator.
What?
Yes, the creator. He is the creator of the iPhone 4.
Yes, but you do know what has happened with the iPhone 4, right? Haven't you read all the reviews?
Yes, I know. It has a flawed antenna design, and a bad proximity sensor, and a bad new OS that is unstable, and a voice recorder that crashes, and the only solution is to reboot, and apps that crash, and a USB port that incinerates the USB cables, and yellowish screens, and indestructible glass covering that is in fact destructible, and way less comfortable to hold, and slides off of any remotely diagonal surface, and push notification consistently fails, and web pages take longer to render, and it loses connection with Bluetooth devices you've used forever, and keyboard click sounds just suddenly stop working, and some volume buttons got swapped, and you need to buy a $30 bumper case so that the iPhone can actually function as an iPhone. And you can only do FaceTime with another iPhone user, and only on Wi-Fi. And emails that you mark as read do not stay marked as read. And it's not an open platform. And it's only got a 3.5-inch screen. And it doesn't support Adobe Flash. But mind you, all of these are non-issues. I simply must find Steve Jobs and fall to his feet in worship. He has graciously given us the iPhone 4.
But if you know about all of those issues with the iPhone 4, wouldn't that mean that you want to find Steve Jobs in order to kill him? To mercilessly string him up by his toenails and flog him with a wet noodle?
No, I want to worship him and sacrifice unblemished lambs to him. Because he is the creator of the iPhone 4. I love him. He is the magical creator.
Yes, but, well, okay, he created the iPhone 4, sure enough, but you just listed a ton of problems with the phone. Doesn't that make you angry?
No. You see? I'm an Apple fanboy. That means that I unquestioningly love Steve Jobs, and am blindly obedient by choice. I worship Steve Jobs. If he offers me mangled animal carcass, I take it. If he beats me to a bloody pulp, I take it. If he commands me to jump off a cliff, I do so willingly, praising his name all the way down. If he asks me to bear his child, sure, it would be painful, but I would do it in complete surrender. I know, he didn't get any reception on his own iPhone 4 at the WWDC. But that doesn't matter. It was a poor area of coverage, so the fault clearly lies squarely on the shoulders of AT&T. Not Steve Jobs, my beloved and magical creator who has graciously given us the iPhone 4. Steve Jobs. 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 Where is Steve Jobs?
You appear to be stuck. Please get that looked at. Anyway, look, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know where Steve Jobs is, and frankly I really don't care about Steve Jobs.
What? How could you say that? Blasphemy. Steve Jobs is the creator. How dare you say that? He created the iPhone 4, don't you know?
I don't care.
He created the iPhone 3GS.
I don't care.
He created the iPhone 3.
I don't care.
He created the iPhone 2G.
I don't care.
He created the original iPhone.
I don't care.
He created the iPad.
I don't care.
He created the iMac.
I don't care.
He is the creator.
I don't care.
All of your don't care comments are non-issues when stacked against the greatness of the creator Steve Jobs. In his great mercy he has given us the new iPhone 4 which has folders and quasi-multitasking now.
Yes, I believe you've already stated that. It doesn't matter though. I am going for the Motorola Droid X or the HTC Evo. Or a Motorola Razr. Or even a dumb landline. Or 2 freaking soup cans and a string. For the love of God, I'd take Morse code before I'd take the iPhone 4. It is a flawed device.
Look, you don't know what you're talking about. I love Apple. And I worship my God Steve Jobs. Everything he does is magical. He is the supreme being, and cannot be questioned. And I obey. Yea, verily, I obey. I post in forums about how awesome he is, and how awesome his creations are. I rag on Fandroids because of their stupidity. Open platform? Bah humbug. Who needs that when you have the iPhone 4? Adobe Flash on a phone? Bah humbug. Who needs that when you have the iPhone 4? Widgets? Bah humbug. Who needs that when you have the iPhone 4? Tethering multiple devices over an internet connection? Bah humbug. Who needs that when you have the iPhone 4? I'm commanding you, in the name of my great God, to fall to your face, and repent and ask for mercy, and he just might be merciful to you. I said, fall on your face. Blasphemy. Did you not hear me, droid woman? I command you in the name of the almighty Steve Jobs, fall on your face, and ask for forgiveness, and become an Apple fangirl, or else.
I don't see any lightning. I did not bow and worship your almighty Steve Jobs, and yet I don't see any lightning. I have not been struck down yet. Can you explain this to me?
Up. 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 You just wait. Your time will come. Soon you will have no choice but to worship the Creator in full retina display and humble adoration as I do. He created the iPhone 4. You will bask in his glory. You will praise his might and worship him in adulation. You will crown him with many crowns and see the resplendent glory of his awe-inspiring majesty. You will. Steve Jobs. 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 Steve Jobs.
Oh shucks. He's stuck again. Guess I'll go make a call on my Android phone with my left hand while he gets sorted out.